Hi guys, I'm back. It's November the 12th. I don't know what time it is and I don't really care. It's sometime in the afternoon, evening. Um, I went out in regards to my previous video that I haven't uploaded yet, but I went out to just see how much things would cost. I've been, I mentioned yesterday that I had been in contact with a breeder who informed me about the fungus, which I've ordered medication for, which I'm waiting for it to be delivered. It can be delivered anytime starting, gosh, I don't know, Wednesday, Thursday, somewhere in there, all the way till next Monday, maybe, at the latest, probably, because it's shipping from, I don't know where it's shipping from actually, but it's in Canada. Um, the reason I went out, um, as I mentioned in my previous video, I have confirmed without a doubt that Nala is a girl. When I first laid eyes on her at the pet store, I got a very brief glimpse, a couple times, but it was very brief because she wiggled, she wouldn't hold still, and they didn't really hold her properly. They just kind of hold her and splayed her legs, kind of, and she didn't like it, and she was kicking, not kicking me, but it makes it really hard to sex it when it's moving, especially since you don't know what you're doing. But today, because she told me how to burrito it, but I didn't use a towel because they've already had a bad experience, I think, with me grabbing them with towels. So what I did was I just wore a pair of winter gloves, the kind that's fleece. It's, cotton on the inside, kind of, and fleece on the outside, very thick and fluffy. And I just took a deep breath and I just grabbed her. This Speedo. Nala's upstairs. So I managed to sex Nala. Nala is 100% indeed a girl. And of course, Speedo we know is a boy. So, as you know, that spells babies. Just depends on when. There is a chance that Nala's already pregnant, either before she came here or even after she came here. The reason I say that is because they said they got her a few weeks ago at the store. She was in a cage with another chin. Before I bought Speedos. After I bought Speedo, they put one of the two chins in Speedo's empty cage because I took him home, right? So she was already with another chin. Now both cages were marked males. So as far as I'm concerned, if either they missexed only her, which means she was in a cage with maybe a male, or they missexed both of them and she was with a female, in which case she's only been with a male for 2 weeks because I've only had Speedo on her for 2 weeks. If that's the case, though, a few days ago I saw Speedo really adorable. He was wagging his tail at Nala, and I had to Google to realize that that was mating behavior. Like he was, trying to interest Nala, sexually, get her interested. He was excited. And then plus, of course, I caught him cleaning himself, his itty bitty part. So I have no doubt he's a boy, and I'm suspecting maybe something transpired, which is why he was cleaning himself, but I never found the mating plug, the thing that plugs up, after mating occurs. I never saw it, but in which case, she's either pregnant now or she's going to go into heat again in about a 28 days, somewhere in there. They do it once a month, I think. So, if that's the case, the deed is done. She's either pregnant or she's not. But I was trying to look into how much the cages would cost, and so before anybody posts a comment, because I know there's some people that have really strong feelings about breeding, don't even bother posting it because this video will be marked as private so that after it's uploaded, I can change all the settings. All comments will be approved. They need to be approved. And if your comment has anything to do with negativity against breeding, it will just be deleted. I'm not even going to give you the time of day. Okay? This video isn't about your feelings on breeding. It's about what should I do. I don't mean whether should I breed it or not. I don't want to breed it. I never really wanted to breed it. I entertained the idea that it might be fun because I needed to also know if it was a girl or boy because I wasn't able to handle her. She wouldn't let me pick her up. But now that I can grab her, I know how to grab her with just a glove on. I have no problem. I don't need to breed her to find out that she's a girl. I know she's a girl. There's no need to test her with a pregnancy, risk it to find out she's a girl. Because the only way I would know she was a girl without holding her, ever touching her, ever looking at her, was if she got pregnant. Unless she's infertile, in which case it wouldn't matter either, right? But, it's not about breeding. So if you have any negative thoughts or really strong feelings about it, don't even bother posting because it's never going to make it onto my site. Okay. Um, and if you post it on any of my other videos, I delete it anyway. So just so you guys know that. Because I believe that people should have the right to do whatever they want. And, it's up to them. And the breeder also mentioned the same thing. She's not going to tell me what to do, even though I asked her, what would you do? She's like, I'm not trying to discourage you from breeding, but I'm just letting you know the facts. And that's all I want. So in this case, I went to look at how much the cage would cost. They're out of the add-on units. They won't carry them anymore. So I'm stuck with either buying a 162, which is a double stack, which is $309, including tax. Plus, it will take me $10 to get it home by taxi. Or I can buy a $170 cage, including taxes already, plus $10 to ship it home by taxi, which is $180 for a single unit, just like this one with a storage unit. Now, I don't want to do that option, the second option, because I plan to open up this wall and build a cage, right? And I plan to buy a double stack anyway. So that doesn't make any sense, because then what am I going to do with the other one with the storage unit? The only other way I could do that is if I open up this wall on the top and stack it without the storage unit, the single one that is, and then just use this thing as my platform. But it's very dangerous, in my opinion. It's very dangerous because the only way the chin would get down, don't forget, because it doesn't have that little hole with this for the ramp to go down. This wall would be completely gone, the ceiling, I mean, and all I would have is this for a platform, and then the other one will be another platform, and then in between those things, though, is only going to be wooden platforms. It's very dangerous if they suddenly slip or get spooked. They could fall. It's pretty high. It'll be 4 feet fall to the ground, or fall with a bump and then land. I don't know if they can like fall like off stairs like humans can. Like what I mean. It's very dangerous. So I'm not sure if I want to go that route. Um, you know, but mind you, I've been thinking, and I've redone this video a couple times. Basically, what I think my best option is to find out how much it's gonna cost. If it's only gonna cost me maybe like 150, I'm just gonna get him snipped and invest in a carrier, a plastic carrier, just so I can get him to and from, because it's in Vancouver. I don't want to take him in a box to Vancouver. And then I'm just gonna let him recover in here. I'm not gonna keep him in the carrier. Maybe I will. I don't know. But I have to at least buy a carrier, so it's already $35, $36, including tax, to about $50, somewhere in there. It depends on what size I want. But and then if that thing's only 150, it's only gonna cost me $200. Mind you, a cage like this will only cost me 160, 170, 180 including shipping. But I wouldn't be able to house them together, and it's my dream to keep them together if possible. So at first I was thinking maybe just don't fix him and just buy a separate cage, but I'm not willing to split them up. I'd rather fix him. If I had to choose, I'd rather fix him so they could be together. Because that is why I got two chins. He looked depressed, and he was sitting there, he wasn't playing, and now he has a playmate. They can hang out together, and if I fix him, then he definitely can safely hang out together. I don't know. What do you guys think I should do? Do you think I should just buy a separate cage? Because it's going to cost me the same to fix him or to buy a separate cage. That's the thing. But if I have a separate cage, they can't play together until I fix them. So eventually I have to fix them because I want to keep them together. It's just a matter of when do I want that bill. But the reason why I'm considering doing it later is because I don't know how much it's going to cost to snip him. I read online it was like 100 to 150, but is it really that cheap? Because I asked the lady at the store for this thing, and they were telling me it costs $300 to snip the cat. I'm guessing it's a female cat. Because if a cat's cost $300, it can't be $150 for a chin. Chins are exotic, right? Cats are not. So, I don't know, guys. I'm very, very confused about what I want. I mean, obviously, I don't want to have litters if I don't have to. I was entertaining the idea until the lady told me just how much expenses could be involved, and including the fact that if she has trouble delivering, it cost me $1,500 to get a C-section for an exotic pet. So, and obviously I would do that rather than lose Nala, but I would be in so much debt, it's not even funny. So I think going with the snipping route is best, and just hope that she's not pregnant, and do it as soon as possible. So yeah, let me know what you think.